big crowd today.
I hope so. I have to share it on Facebook.
Starting lineup is already
we got
out.
the 0 in the corner.
The 0. Wait, what are you talking about? Am I tripping?
The viewers.
Oh, the views. I was like, wait, what? I was very confused. We do have the starting lineup though. My lighting, I'm a ghost again. I'm not even at the arena. This is a disaster.
No, dude, I don't even have my regular setup and I look fine.
Your lighting's just
little blown out.
No, your lighting's just always better than mine. I think StreamYard hates me, if I'm being honest. Jonathan is amped in the chat. He is ready.
Open chat.
He is hyped.
He is ready.
Some unfortunate injury luck for the Celtics today. No Marcus Smart, no Robert Williams for Boston. You could guess the starting lineup, I suppose. So I'm not even going to bother having you guess.
It's me and the boys.
It is what you expect for the Celtics. Well, let's not disrespect them like that. Jack is Jesus, says Jonathan. I think I fixed the lighting a little bit. We should be a little bit better. Starting lineup for the Celtics will be Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, Grant Williams, Al Horford. Still more depth in their lineup than the Lakers, and the Lakers are fully healthy. Oh, there we go. Jesus again. Amazing.
Not a good day not to have Rob.
No, not a good day not to have Rob. Although Al's fine on Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis, I will say, he played his first game back a couple days ago, and he came off the bench and only played 26 minutes. So I don't know if you're getting full throttle Anthony Davis, but we shall see. Birkin saying Fakers are done for the decade. Glory years await. Hey, buddies, let's rock. Landon dropping the buddy in the chat immediately. Absolute beast. Yeah. Big game. Big game. Some Facebook friends in the chat. We need Marcus and Rob to feel better. I agree with this.
I agree.
No point in rushing them back. Lewis dropping the fist bump in the chat. Kayla, we lost 3 in a row. Definitely need a win tonight. Hey,
3 in a row, all the same way. All 3 times. They did the same thing.
Yes.
They said, hey, you think we can win this game? You thought wrong. We're going to let them win.
Just kidding. John saying no Rob or Al last time. So, yeah, at least a step up. At least you have Al this time around for Lakers.
I am going to be sweating by the end of this stream.
Is it hot in there? Are you dying?
It's hot. I've just taken a couple years off my life with my dinner.
Oh, yes. Landon saying Sam and Jack's new apartment question.
I am in New York.
I will say, very random, but in our search for an apartment, we have found some places that are obviously more expensive, better locations, etc. There is one place where they have a full court basketball court in the building.
Really?
So I have told Zoe that I don't care how much it is. If it is even slightly within our budget, that's where we will be living. So the fellas can come play ball.
Well, that's how you get relationship problems right there. Because then if she doesn't like it, she can really blame you.
Oh, no, it is a very nice apartment. The only issue is that it would be slightly probably at the top end of our budget. So, yeah, Lou is saying $3,300 a month for a studio. No, that would be a no. But it is up there, so we're gonna have to figure it out. But basketball court right there, which I mean, it would just be amazing because my out of shape ass could get some exercise playing ball, which would be fire. Bergen saying, "What's up with Rob? Ankle sprain." Now, injury report listed it as an ankle sprain, not injury management. So it sounds like he did twist his ankle or tweak it a little bit rather than just like rest. So just something to monitor. It is that. Let's see. John saying going to the Sixers game. There you go. February 8th. That game is
Me too.
Big 10th game of the season. There you go. Andrew, antsy on the picks. We do picks later on.
Wait. You'll
get it. This is all about viewer
retention. You got your
retention.
Knicks win the other day. You can wait for the pick. You're lucky to even get a pick after what I saw. Unbelievable.
This is all about audience retention, Andrew.
LeBron's on my TV.
Oh, no, disaster.
Oh, let's see. Are the Celtics going to wear serious jerseys tonight or not?
Landon, I'm not going to take this. Landon telling me it's pronounced Luis. I was told by Luis to say Lewis. So you guys, I'm getting conflicting reports here. I'm trying my best. Judah saying, let me see what's going on up in here in the TMX voice. Welcome in, Judah. Welcome to the stream. We are here every time, so it's nice to see some new faces. Landon saying, no, yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. We're getting conflicting reports on how to say Lewis. So I'm gonna go with what Lewis is telling me.
Landon is hyped. He's hyped for Judah.
Judah, welcome in. The chat is hyped to see you. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Yeah, Sam. I mean, I just gotta say it. Domantas Sabonis is playing well. Just whenever they play Lakers, I have to mention Sabonis because he got mad at me last year, so I've got to
No,
bring him up.
I honestly had no. I was not making the connection. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
No.
Honestly, if you didn't mention it, I probably would have been like, "What the hell are you talking about? They're playing the Lakers."
Yeah, I know. For inside joke, last year, when the Celtics played the Lakers, it was trade season, and Sabonis was a big name. So me and Tim were talking about it, and Sam got very mad. But hello, Judah is hyped up. Phil with the fist bumps. Judah, we drop fist bumps in this chat if you'd like to participate. Everyone's saying hello. R. Lewis is saying hello. Evan is in here. Everyone's ready
Packed
to rumble.
house. It's
very excited. For
I'm
the Lakers
already
game.
hot, and it's hot. You put more people in here.
Hey,
I'm
very
shorts.
excited.
It wasn't jeans.
Hell yeah. I mean, a lot of talk on Twitter. I forget who said it. It was Celtics exec on Twitter was saying how this game is big every year, and it is big every year. Celtics in the Garden. It was I'm Mike Zarin. I'm sorry, I was completely blanking on his name. I was talking about it on Twitter. We can start with this. Sam saying
I have thought about a shirtless stream, but it wouldn't be funny because I'm not fat.
Well, I
would just be being a douche.
See the flip side to this is Sam saying he's not thinking about it because he's fat, and I am thinking the same thing because I am.
It's not that I would be comfortable doing it; just it wouldn't be funny.
I know.
The bit would be if I was fat, like Bert Kreischer.
I'm just messing with you. Judah saying this is going to be a good game. Kayla saying, what is the best strategy for tonight's game? I feel like always start out strong and fall apart at the end. This has been the trend the last few games for the Celtics. I mean, with the Lakers, kind of just take away the paint and make them shoot threes, right? Because that's what it is. Lewis saying, I'm proud of my kids. There you go. But yeah, I think that's got to be the strategy, right? I mean, let them shoot for the most part and just take away the paint because that's where they get most of their scoring.
Yeah, I mean, Kayla makes a great point. You know, I really hate watching
Sam
them
using
blow
filler
games.
words as he's typing. I love it. I've done the same thing.
My favorite thing is when you had a chance to beat the Magic and you don't do it.
Yeah.
You have a chance to beat you really should have beat the Heat. That was the one they should have won probably the most.
Welcome, Tim.
Hey.
How we doing?
Doing all right. How bad is my audio this time?
A little bit better. You are a little quiet. We can hear the court though.
Okay, well then that's good. I'll just speak up.
Yes.
Of course. How are we doing? How are we feeling about tonight?
We're feeling good. The chat's amped up. Everyone's ready to go. Talking about what the Celtics can do to limit the Lakers tonight. We had a comment about that. We have John saying play with pace. We have Lewis saying be aggressive with AD and let LeBron do LeBron things. No one else eats. Lewis saying Celtics need a big statement win, no excuses. What are you looking for? I mean, I was talking about how he kind of let him shoot and take away the paint, but what are you looking for the Celtics against LA?
Yeah, I think taking away the inside because that's where they're going to do a lot of their damage, right? I think this is the issue where you don't have Rob Williams. Because you don't have Rob tonight, it just poses a lot of problems. Like, I don't know how they're going to contain him, and that's really where the challenge comes in. Davis is playing tonight, right?
Davis, LeBron James, and Lonnie Walker all available after being questionable /
wow,
probable.
Really thought they wouldn't show up for this one.
Hey,
I thought they'd rest.
You don't know. It is what it is. Judah pointing out also Rui Hachimura on the Lakers now played well for them in the first game, and Thomas Bryant is playing very well. Thomas Bryant, too. A lot of Celtics fans wanted on this team over the offseason, but he decided to go to LA, and it's hard to blame him because he'll have a bigger role. Obviously, Sam was always talking about how if you want to win a championship, come to Boston. If you want to get playing time, go to LA, and he chose the playing time. So it is what it is for him. Andrew saying Rui trade was a steal. Yeah, it's a good deal. I mean, 3 pretty good second-round picks for Rui was probably around the cap of what the Wizards were going to get, which is weird, but they didn't want to pay him. And any team that does trade for him is going to have to pay him. So it's kind of up and down. There's that. Lewis saying Tim sounds like he's in Bikini Bottom. Very funny.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to be real quiet. I'm just not going to say a lot because it is. I forgot my microphone cable. I went through all the trouble of bringing my microphone, and I didn't even bring the right cable.
Oh,
different kind
welcome.
of USB. Yeah, I know.
Well, I did that. I was staying at a hotel in Boston for the night, and we had to record a podcast. And so I went to 3 different 7-Elevens, a Target, and 2 CVSs, and finally found that on the second CVS and got me my microphone cable. So it was tough. But Judah saying low-key Lakers coming in here to smack the Celtics tonight. Judah not gonna find a lot of love with that in the Celtics chat, but I respect the opinion. I respect.
Do we have a ban?
We're not banning everybody. We're not going to ban. John asking a question. What do you guys think about Derek White being ultra aggressive scorer lately? I've said this multiple times. I mean, I'm a big Derek White guy. Marcus Smart is out, so somebody has to take on that role. And especially, I assume in the game you're referencing, they were down Malcolm Brogdon and Jaylen Brown too. So he steps up. When he is able to step up, Derek White can take on that role of the aggressive scorer. Excuse me. But when he doesn't need to, he can also play the role of spot up shooter / playmaker. Like, he is probably one of the more versatile players on the team. And I will say against the Knicks, he got beat off the dribble a few more times than he usually does, which is very frustrating. But at the same time, I think that some of that is the risk he takes because sometimes Derek White lets his defender get by him. Oh, hello, Adam. Adam making an appearance. How we doing? I don't know. You can't hear us, but
Are you taking him off?
Adam
It's messed
Taylor
up.
was in the chat. Hello.
Hey!
Hello.
Yeah,
Absolute
we're
legend.
up in the Halo. I'm actually gonna jump off here because one, my audio is bad, and two, I've got some Darvin Ham footage to edit. So I'll
There you go.
best of
Good luck with your work,
and,
sir.
Yeah, of course. I'll talk to
Keep
you guys.
our British friend company. Tell him
Absolutely.
good luck. Amazing. All right, nice to see you, Tim.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you. Bye. All right. Let me get the correct vacuum, he says, background back up, and we can keep it going here. Evan saying Tim was drinking lemonade mixed with lightning.
Hey, thank God he's gone.
That's phenomenal. Yeah, like William was saying here, I mean, back to the topic I was talking about, Derek White got beat a few more times than he usually does against the Knicks, but I was going to say, sometimes I think he lets the defender beat him so he can get those blocks from behind, sort of like what Rob does with his defender. Tatum does it as well. It just didn't work out against the Knicks, and he got blown by a little bit more often than a lot of people would have liked. So there is that. Lewis saying, what's the timeline for Marcus? I think I heard 1 to 2 weeks. So probably a week or
They
so
miss
from
him.
now. Yeah,
Totally
they really,
miss him.
really do. What do you think about Derek White? I mean, I don't
he's
see
doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
He's been really good for the most part. I really don't think he's fallen off or been a detriment at all when he's had to step up. He was really good in the Heat game. He was pretty good in the Knicks game. He sparked the comeback from what I remember. He was making threes and got them to have their feet under them again, and they tied the game into overtime, and then
it is
went
Pritchard's
up and
birthday.
then lost.
So
well, I'm sure
he'll get a chance today as well.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to play a whole lot.
I think he will, probably. I mean, with Marcus out, he'll probably get some run. I want to go back to this thing. Phil saying, I think Brad really needs to make a trade with the Rob injury concern. I mean, maybe
that's a concerning injury.
Yeah, I've been more of the belief, and I think Sam agrees with me, that the wing is more pressing than the big man position. Cornette is there. He's been playing well. Grant can play some big minutes. Big minutes as in center minutes, not as in like lots of minutes. So there is that as well. I will say, for Lewis in the chat, I went up to Maine yesterday. I drove up to Maine, talked to head coach of the Maine Celtics, and he talked a lot about Cornette. So there's an article coming out about the
what else is he going to talk about? Like, what else was he going to tell you about?
Well, I asked him about it. Is what I'm saying. Like he had a lot of good things to say about Cornette when I asked him about Cornette and Hauser. So
what was he going to say?
Pointing that out.
I mean, I guess he should still be playing for me.
He's not going to say anything bad, but it was interesting to hear what he said about Cornette and the process there.
It is cool. The picture you posted, Cornette's name in the rafters in Maine.
It is their call up poster. I wanted to post that. That was funny. I thought it was cool. You should marry him, Jack. That's your match. Nice guy, though. Coach Alex Barlow of the Maine. He's a cool dude. John saying Cornette minutes in the playoffs is not what you want. See, my thing is here, and I was going to say this last time. He's not going to get minutes in the playoffs. And if the Celtics do make a trade for somebody, like everyone's saying, oh, they need to trade for somebody, the person they trade for is not going to get playoff minutes. Like I can't stress that enough. You look at last year's playoff rotations. Did you even see a whiff of Daniel Tice once Robert Williams was healthy? No, he didn't get any minutes when Robert Williams got back on the court. So
he was fine when he did play, by the way. When he played in the Nets series, he was fine.
Exactly. So even if they, find this magical trade for Jakob Poeltl everyone's fantasizing about,
who cares?
Like that's just a waste of resources because the guy they trade for is not going to get playoff minutes. So that's my thing. And Judah saying, I wish Cornette played more aggressive. I think so as well. to a degree, but like he's only asked to do certain things, so I don't expect him to do a ton of stuff. So there is that as well. Andrew's saying Hauser ain't a bad player. Hauser's been good. He's starting to find his footing a little bit. I know they've lost, but he's made some shots in the Miami game, made some shots, excuse me, in the Knicks game. There is that. Pirtle would get minutes. I just don't think so. I mean, maybe he would, but if he was getting minutes, it would take away from Rob and Al minutes, and I don't want that in the playoffs. So that's my thing. I just think it's a waste of resources.
It would be good for insurance, but you're going to have to give up stuff for him. Like, he's not going to be cheap, and he's probably going to walk after this year. Like, in my opinion, I'm not sure it's worth giving up Pritchard for somebody that you're not going to have after this season. I think
my
Pritchard's
thing
shown
is,
you enough over the last week and a half or so to where if he's ready to play in spot minutes when he's never playing, you should be happy to have that guy in your team. And if you keep him until next year, he's a better piece to trade because he's going to make more money.
Okay, we got some, I don't know if it's slander or something in the chat. Jack is like, Bobby, I don't love Cornette. You just hate Cornette, Lewis. And I defend him because I think he's been pretty good.
He doesn't make any money. He barely plays. Why? I don't understand why people hate him.
He's been good.
What do you want?
Like,
he's not making $20 million. It's
exactly
different if he's eating up your salary cap and doing a whole lot of nothing.
That's my thing. He's just good for what they ask him to do. Judah, I wrote a whole article about it. If you search Luke Cornette, Jack Simone, Celtics blog, you can find my article on it. I detail it perfectly, my feelings. So there's that. Jimmy J checking in. Hello. Evan saying we need to keep Pritchard. My main thing is Pritchard's been good. And any trades you make for a player, like Sam said it perfectly, Perto would be with the steamroller. Wait
till you see what I got coming up. Wait till you see it.
Pirtle would be insurance, like you said. And so there's no giving up what you would have to give up, which would be Pritchard, Gallinari, and probably a first-round pick for insurance. It's just way too much, in my opinion. It's just way too much. Especially when you can look at the buyout market at like wings, like maybe Will Barton, maybe, Josh Richardson, if he makes it there. You know what I'm saying? Like there will be good players probably on the buyout market. Excuse me, Jimmy J saying you see Nick Claxton.
I saw the end of that game.
Why can't Time Lord do that? I mean, I don't know if you watched basketball last year, Jimmy J, but Time Lord was doing whatever he's doing. I'll take a look.
Good for Claxton,
what exactly
he's
he
having
did.
a good season.
Claxton's phenomenal this year.
Mm-hmm.
John saying you need to keep Al and Rob fresh. Yes, but I'm not trading Pritchard and a first round pick to keep them fresh. I just pick up a big on the buyout market, and or you're gonna make fun of me again. Just play Cornette a little bit more, right? Like he's been good enough where you can play him like 15 to 20.
Not for nothing, you were playing Cornette a bunch of minutes at the beginning of the season, and you were nasty. So he clearly wasn't that bad to where they were losing games. If you really want to screw around and piss people off, they started losing when Rob came back. Not that there's any correlation, but really, when you were playing Cornette a healthy amount of minutes every night, you were doing fine. He was doing fine. He's a decent rim protector. He's pretty efficient from the field. He doesn't screw up a whole lot. He's not super athletic. He can't guard the perimeter super well, but he does his job as a third string big. Like, what do you want? What do you want?
Mm-hmm. Cabin Gale Birkin says Cornette's been good. Like he's like, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand like the hate on that. Claxton, by the way, put up 13, 12, and 6 today, 3 blocks. My thing is Jimmy J, and this is like no hate to Claxton, no hate to Rob. This is just like how it is right now. He's their like second scoring option, right? Like he's like a big part of their offensive game plan because Kevin Durant is out, because Ben Simmons is Ben Simmons, who, I mean, he didn't even play today. I'm just taking a shot at him unnecessarily. But like he plays a big role in their offense, and Rob just really isn't asked to do that. And Rob can do that. I just don't think that is really what he is. Again, like Claxton's been phenomenal. Like he's been so good this year. So
good
shout
for
out to him. Absolutely. So we agree, Rob not the same. Bam and Randall looking like Shaq. I mean, he's coming off 2 knee injuries. I think he's been pretty good.
He's fine.
And the Celtics
he's been
have
really good at times.
Yeah, my thing is the Celtics have struggled these last 2 games. Obviously, Bam and Randall playing well, but like we weren't talking about how Rob good. Like no one was in this chat saying, "Oh, look at Rob, he's amazing" when he was playing good. But we choose to say like, "Oh, he's awful now when he plays bad." So
in fairness to the chat and also to Twitter, I saw people complaining over the last couple of days saying like when the Celtics won 9 straight, nobody was saying anything, and now that they've lost 3 straight, people are complaining. Well, yeah, they're supposed to be nasty. They're supposed to be the best team in the league. When they're meeting expectations, there really isn't a whole lot to talk about. Now, when you lose 3 straight games and you play like me and the boys for the last stretch,
they've been
every
bad,
single one of those losses, it's really frustrating as a fan. It's not even about them losing the games. It's how they lost them. They could have won all 3 of those games and they dropped them all because they couldn't execute down the stretch. Sure, when they played the Knicks, they played pretty great to get back in the game, but then they collapsed again. They said, hey, gotcha. Psych.
Yeah, no, I agree. And we can absolutely like criticize and talk about how the Celtics have been bad because they've been bad, right? Like you can point at the things they've done poorly. The offense has been stagnant. They've collapsed late in games. They've allowed Julius Randle to get cooking. They allowed Bam Adebayo to get to the nail and just pull up no matter whatever he wants. Like you can't have collapses like that. Looking at that Heat game, they were missing so many players and walking in, you're saying, okay, let's just see if they can compete. And then by the point in the third quarter, they showed that they could compete and then they collapsed. And that's where the issue lies. My problem with the complaints lies when we start picking apart the players rather than just talking about the actual problems. We start saying, Rob needs to be better. Nick Claxton's better, right? We start talking about, oh, Jayson's awful. He can never win. Jaylen Brown, X and X. Like you can criticize and talk about how the Celtics have been bad without completely tearing down the players and saying that they're bad. Right, like Joe Mazzulla, I think said it. Like, I'm pretty sure he said this at conference. Good teams do stupid stuff, right?
Yeah,
like that's a thing, and we can talk about those stupid things and talk about how they've been bad and complain about how they're not playing up to par, while also not saying this team is bad. Right? We can talk about everything that's going wrong without saying Robert Williams needs to be better. Nick Claxton's outperforming by cherry picking 2 Nick Claxton games and 3 Robert Williams games, right? Hey, I could say Jamal Crawford is better than Jayson Tatum because on this night in time, Jamal Crawford scored 40 points. And you know what I'm saying?
Jayson Tatum was still in high school.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'll tell you what, thing. You want to talk about stupid things. Nothing would be stupider than not running with the pregame pick
I was waiting.
Presented by Smash the Odds. You know what they say? It's time to make the donuts. This is how you make the money. So we're going to make the donuts. The pregame pick presented by Smash the Odds at Smash Odds on Twitter. Follow them for daily free picks. And the premium price will get you the premium picks for the premium payday. His pick, Russell Westbrook, over 13.5 points. No, I'm not convinced it's going to hit because he's not very good.
The donut man.
That is the pick. That's what we're going to roll with in the set.
Get the bread, get the donuts, get the money. Come on. That's phenomenal. I love it.
Health, man. This is my third donut.
That's phenomenal. Also, there's some context. Actually, we'll do it after the pick. Let me find my picks first so we can talk about Miles Turner because there's some important context behind that contract. Excuse me, taking a look here. Rebounding numbers. Al Horford over 6.5 boards. I might be inclined to take, but even more so than that, Jayson Tatum over 9.5 boards. That is a very high line. I might take it. Jaylen Brown's been corralling rebounds, Jayson Tatum's been corralling rebounds like it's his job lately, which is great. Derek White over 4.5 assists. My 5 assists, Derek White did not hit against the Knicks. I'm going with it again. 4.5 for Derek White. I like that number. And then my 3-point picks. Grant Williams over 1.5, Derek White over 1.5. Those are always money for me. Excuse me. I enjoy those.
Sam over under 1.5 type diabetes. Which one?
Way over for you.
Do I want to eat a third donut right now?
Phenomenal. Absolutely.
I want to grab another one, but I don't know if I should.
I think you should. Absolutely. But the context behind this, Andrew, 2 years, $60 million for Miles Turner. 17 million of that, I believe. I need to find the exact numbers, but the Pacers were way under the salary cap floor this year. And if they didn't meet the salary cap floor, they would have to pay that money to the league. So they effectively just gave Turner a raise this year, gave him that money, and then signed him to a 2-year deal after this for like $18 to $19 million a season. So he's getting basically an extra $17 million this year, and then getting 2 years of $18 million contracts the next years, which is actually a really good deal for the Pacers because it was either give that money to the NBA or just give it to a player on your team, and they just gave it to Turner, and then they get him 2 more years at basically the same salary, which is probably below market value what he could get. So that good deal for the Pacers.
I'm dying
in Turner.
I'm dying. Number 4 on the stream.
Amazing, but it is not. Don't worry, Miles. Basically, what I'm saying is Miles Turner is not getting $30 million a season. Don't worry. That will not be the contract. My dad dropping the donuts in the chat. Amazing. And no problem.
I'm going to need to go throw up after this game. I'm like manually, not Not automatically.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. Judah saying we need another bucket getter, not just someone who can score. I don't know if that's really the need. I will say I think this might fall into the category of needing an extra wing, because I think you do need some sort of come on, Lewis. You do need an extra wing. Like, if Sam Hauser is struggling, I think you should want another wing type player who can go out there and make his shots next to the Jays. So I think that would be important. And Sam and I have talked about that, as Sam is on a sugar rush per Phil. So
I can't believe
I can agree. I can agree with that, Judah, to some degree. Jimmy J talking Sixers and Embiid. Looks like they figured things out. Can't believe they won today. Big win over the Nuggets for them. Not great for the Celtics. I know Sam is not happy with the Sixers' success, but there is.
I'll tell you what, the Sixers are a team that doesn't ever scare me until they will.
Yeah.
I mean, they never beat the Celtics, so right now you don't have to be scared of them. Who wouldn't miss Marcus?
This is great. Things are bad when Jimmy J misses Marcus. I'll put it that way.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
Francisco, no. Oh no. I don't like this. And I've criticized him.
No, I took it personally.
I guess so. Judah saying, show the box of donuts.
It's empty. I bought this an hour ago.
How many? 4?
6. And I had a mac and cheeseburger that was a double.
Oh man.
And fries.
Oh man.
This is
the thing. Excuse me.
And now if they win, I'm gonna have to stuff myself on stream every time.
Lewis saying if we lose, Philly is tied. This is not true. Celtics are still
true. They were 2.5.
Yeah, Celtics are still 2 games up on Philly right now. So if the Celtics lose, they're 1.5 games up. I will say though, Nuggets losing means we're still number 1. Nuggets are catching Celtics for best record in the NBA. Do you care about having the best record in the NBA, or do you only care about?
I would like the best record, but I'd rather win a championship.
Well, I'm talking about in the context of today. Like, are you glad Philly won so the Celtics still have the best record, or are you?
I don't care.
Or do you not? Okay. But my point is counterpoint. Or are you glad? Or would you have wanted Philly to lose so the Celtics have a bigger lead in the East? That's sort of.
Well, I don't know. I don't think the Celtics are going to lose today. I just don't think they're gonna. It's one of those spots that's like a weird trap spot if you're the Lakers. Celtics have been on a tailspin. You're coming in, it's a rival. This is a big time get right spot for the Celtics.
I think the thing is, if the Celtics lose, they are tied with Philly for losses. If the Celtics lose, they have 16 losses, and the Sixers also have 16 losses. But the Celtics are still a few games up in the win column because they've played more games than the Sixers have. So that's probably what, was heard on the broadcast. And John saying, yeah, home court advantage in the finals is important as well. Best record because the majority of the so-called good teams have awful records. This is true. A lot of good teams do. Andrew pointing out the betting stats per usual. Celtics are 0-5 ATF last 5. Not great. Not good at all. But it is what it is. ATS is not as much.
What's the line today?
To me as when.
Did we just talk about it and I didn't hear it?
No, I didn't say it. Celtics 7.5 point favorites. So there you go.
It's a lot of points.
It is
for a team that's lost 3 straight in embarrassing fashion. That's a lot of points.
It is a lot of points.
A lot of points.
Jimmy J saying Sixers hard schedule left. I believe it. Sorry, I'm checking. Is this an ESPN game tonight? Is it going to start late, or is it?
It's ABC. It's national. It might start late. I don't know. I have the TV on here, so I don't have to leave until the game starts. I don't care. There is no getting in front of the TV today. My TV's right here. They got the Black Eyed Peas on there.
Landon and Jonathan pointing out ABC. Quote from Whit Grossbeck before the game to NBC Sports Boston. Grossbeck shares his message to Brad Stevens ahead of the trade deadline. It's about this year. Muscle up and let's go get the job done. So it sounds like money is not an issue for the Celtics this year on the buyout market, in trades, taking in extra money. It sounds like they are all in on winning a championship this year. John saying should show you the countdown, Sam.
It
that's all
says
you, Sam.
13 seconds.
Oh, phenomenal. All right.
10,
Well,
9,
in that case,
8.
we can start to get out of here in that case. It's probably not going to start till a little bit after that, but we can wrap up and let everyone
You have the
get in front of
cards?
their TVs anyways. Yes, I do have
Let's see what comes on this screen.
Okay. Show me. Starting 5, Phil, Derek White,
God.
Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, Grant Williams, Al Horford. There you go. That means they will trade anyone to get better. The donuts.
For those of you that don't know, I don't drink, so this is like the equivalent of me like getting trashed. I said I'm on this trip. I'm getting trashed.
John says usually it's 15 minutes after the channel flip, so there's that for you.
They're showing a lot of fans. Oh, this rat's got a LeBron jersey and a Yankees hat.
Krispy Kreme donuts too sweet for me, says Francisco. All right, well, for those new, Judah, I know you probably haven't seen these. Francisco, I don't know if you've been here for stream. We have these cards. Who's that man? Guess the Celtic. 5 clues. You get 5 points if you get it on the first clue, 4 points on the second clue, et cetera, down to 5 clues. So we'll start here. Sam, you ready?
Yep. Yeah, they are not starting yet.
Won 3 NBA titles while playing for the Celtics. Okay, well,
that could be a
have we done this one? This sounds familiar. Maybe.
Well, there was another one that started like this.
Hopefully, I didn't pick from the wrong one. Twice named NBA Sixth Man of the Year. I think we did this one. We did do this one.
Yeah, this is McHale.
Kevin McHale. Okay, yes.
Yeah,
we did that one. I picked the wrong. My issue is the piles are now the same size, so I got confused. Yeah, we're halfway done.
You got to like turn them one way or something like that. Like.
Well, no, I just keep the newer ones to the front. I just picked the wrong one. Phil is right. It is McHale. All right, here we go. The real card for the day, Sam. Born in Newport, Kentucky on October 25th, 1948. Disaster. Just disaster. I mean, okay. Sam, would you like 4 points?
Yeah, we'll do 4.
Had his jersey number 13 retired by the Florida State Seminoles. I don't know. I have got nothing.
Oh, I'm going. I know who it is.
Disaster. This is a disaster for me. Shared 1971 Rookie of the Year award with Portland's Jeff Petrie. I still don't know it. Served as player coach for the 78-79 Celtics after the firing of head coach Satch Sanders. I'm just not going to get it. So I'll tell you this now. 8-time All-Star who was named MVP of the regular season and All-Star game in 73. Shoot. I feel like I should know it. I should know it, right?
I don't know if it's the most obvious.
I have a guess, but I think it's wrong. Yeah, Dave Cowens. Nope. I was gonna guess Robert Parrish, but I know
Cowens. Check
Brutal.
The private chat.
Brutal. How many points is that for you? 4 or 3? Andrew
4.
and Judah getting it. Absolute legends in the chat. How many more do you want to do? 2 more?
Do 2 more. Oh my god.
All right. Hopefully you get somebody from this century. New card. Born in Wallace, North Carolina, and played college ball for the Guildford Quakers in Greensboro. Oh, this sucks. Didn't even get a year. This is tough. 4 points. Swingman who'd played for the Spirits of St. Louis in the ABA before the league merged with the NBA. This is a disaster.
I don't know.
I got nothing. Led the NBA in steals while playing under Dick Vitale for the Pistons in 78-79, the season before he came to Boston as a free agent. I've got nothing. Oh! I do have a guess, but I think it's wrong, but I'm going to guess anyway so I can catch up in points. Don't look at the private chat. Stay away.
All right.
I'm guessing, but I think it's wrong. Won 48 games and lost 116 in 2 seasons as head coach of the Celtics. Yep, I'm wrong. Okay. Phenomenal.
Oh, I know who it is.
Who is it? Just say it out loud. I already guessed.
ML Carr, right?
Brutal. It is ML Carr. I guess DJ because I saw steals and I was like, oh, maybe that's it. But
ML Carr was fire.
Called the Celtic you love to hate in 85 in the LA Times article that referenced him waving a towel on the Boston bench. Ron Mercer, good guess. Landon saying, as I just go for my points. Last, card of the day. There we go. Won the 2010 Naismith Award as the top high school player in the country. All right, I have a chance. I have a chance.
I think I know. I'm guessing.
Boo! Come on. 2010.
This is like a pull up from half court guess. Big heat check.
2010. I want definite points here. Born in Columbus and stayed home to play 2 seasons for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State.
It was between these two guys, and I guess the wrong one. I'm very upset.
Ohio State. Shoot. I think I should know it from Ohio State, and so I'm really thinking. Oh, I had somebody on the tip of my tongue, but I don't know. I'm going to 3 points. I just need points here. On January 15th, 2014 became the Oh wait, this is Sullinger, right? I'm pissed because I didn't even read the 3 points fully yet, and I knew it from the Ohio State, but I'm still going to give myself 3 points because I did like.
Oh, I didn't even think it was Sullinger. I would have been really wrong. Was it Sullinger?
It was Sullinger. I was right.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was Evan Turner.
No. Evan Sully.
I had for Avery Bradley.
Chat, I beat Sam on a question. Come on, hype me up, please. Give me something here. I'm only down 131 to 74 now. Please, come on. Give me something
to cut the lead.
Excuse me. How long the host been watching the Celtics? I was a baseball kid growing up.
Since like Pierce and Garnett left.
Yeah, that's Jeff Green got me.
We were kind of too young before then to really be into it.
Yeah, exactly. I was a baseball kid growing up because my dad, who was here, whoop whoop, very excited, was a baseball guy. I would say the Jeff Green Celtics is when I started really going and getting into it. So not long enough to get most of these right is the answer.
I'm still nasty.
We are both 23. You're still 23, right? So that should answer your question. Anyways, anything you want to say before we get out of here? Lewis saying, I don't know, they're 12. Come on.
Should I make myself throw up?
No. With that, we're getting out of here. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. I will hype this up.
HBTC, SeatGeek.
Thank you. Thank you, Lewis. I'm sure my dad appreciates that. Check out SeatGeek, code HBTC to save $20 in your first purchase. I will say we'll hype this up. We are going live on Monday with some very special guests. We're doing a Celtics. Should I say the guests? I mean, can I say it? Or should we say it? We'll announce the guests on Twitter.
Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna pack all my stuff, and we're gonna record a pod after the game.
Okay.
I'm all in, which is a disaster.
So we're doing pod after the game.
And then we'll say who it is. So you're going to listen to the pod when it comes out.
Okay. That is good. But yes, I think 6:30 is the time we're locking down. Monday night, we're doing a stream.
Monday night,
we
6:30.
have 3 very cool guests who you should all know if you follow the Celtics.
Very handsome guests.
Yes. Celtics Jeopardy will be playing a game show with the guests live on this channel. How about them Celtics YouTube? So you can check that out. You can check us both out on Twitter, Jackson NBA, Sam LaFrance NBA. Follow the pod as well at How About Them C's. We are here 30 minutes before every Celtics game. Make sure to subscribe. On Heavy. Please do read our stuff on Heavy. Make sure to subscribe to the How About Them Celtics YouTube channel for those that are new. We appreciate you very much, and we will see you guys before the next Celtics game. And we will see you live on Monday. So we'll see you then. Thank you guys. Peace out.